Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Electra. I'm your autistic tarot card reader for today. I'm just going to do a very short 3-minute reading. I've already pulled the cards. I was thinking about whether I should do this reading or not when I looked into it. There's obviously a reason why these cards have come up. So I'm just going to read them and I hope they make sense to somebody. I'll start. So our first card is the Lovers. So sorry, it's the Two of Cups, not Lovers, Two of Cups. So it's two people that are coming together. So it's a relationship. That's why I'm saying lovers, like two people coming together. But these two people who have come together are from different worlds apart. They're different people from different worlds, very different lives. And the two people that come together, and the people who are coming together share a significant health problem or health battle or health thing or something medical or something that's referenced as medical. They have a similar thing together, but they do get along together in the art that they balance each other out. They're very destined for each other, very good for each other, and they think very like-mindedly. There's also someone, a bit of a creepy energy around. So we have like a little bit of a stalker person who's either wanted to be part of a relationship or hope somebody like them, or something from somewhere in the past, and they're a bit of a stalker. They're a bit of a creepy energy, a bit of a drug drinking, not really getting their life together, and I feel sorry for them that has happened. But the only person that can get your life together is yourself. So someone has been really struggling, but someone is really just not coping very well. But in this life, sometimes some people like you and some people don't like you. Sometimes people have been with people and see people don't want to go back to people because the door's closed. And sometimes there are reasons why things move on, because they do, and life happens and life moves on. And you know who you like or you know who you don't like. Most of us do. You can't make somebody like you who's not interested in you or who doesn't like you. It just doesn't always happen out there like that. But there will be someone for you, but the person that you want is not the person who wants you. So there is someone out there who will want you, who will like you for who you are. The person that you feel that you want, you're not compatible. It doesn't mean that it won't work. It just means that there's someone else there that it will work for you. But stop creeping around or lurking around that person. Stop trying to hope that person likes you. If they'd liked you, that as soon as they saw you or see you, that you would know. And they obviously don't want to speak or don't want to talk for a reason. But it does not mean that there's someone else for you. There is always someone else in this world for somebody else. You have to learn to move on. You have to bite the bullet and move on. You've got to move forward. Things happen. Be strong. Hold that strength within you. Move on. Remember, lives can change and paths can change and things can change in this world. But there's someone out there who's wanting to have something that it's just not going to gel, and it's not going to work even if you were, but it's not going to go that way. It's just there's someone else who will be right for you, and when you're with them you'll think, oh, that was who I was waiting for, and that was the person who was right for me. It's not like someone's not going to come into your life. They will, but they will be the right person for you. Chasing someone or something from a past that is not into you or doesn't want you to be part of their life, just leave it, because you're only hurting yourself. And you can't make someone like you who doesn't like you, who doesn't want to be with you. It's nothing about you per se as a person. It's just every person wants different things. We all have different wants and needs. We all have different perspectives out there. There's people who want somebody and there's people who don't want somebody, but there's all different things and different people for each other out there. You can't make someone be with you who's just not interested. You just can't. It's just not going to work. And you're wasting your time. Put your time into something better. Start looking after yourself. Start changing your life. Start cleaning things up. You can get through these things. You can get through things. You can become successful, but you must want to become successful because you want it for you, not because you will be part of someone. You must want to do things for yourself. But be kind to yourself and realize that you can get through things, and there is someone else out there for you, but they will be the right person. Don't do anything stupid, because your life is your life, and these are things that happen. We all have knocks in areas that we don't expect sometimes, but you've got to get up and keep going and keep going on. That's where strength is built. That is how you become resilient, and that's how we get through life and become successful. Okay, so I have the Eight of Swords. I have someone who's very blindfolded from a situation that has been happening, a relationship situation that has been happening. Someone has been with somebody, and someone has been, I feel it's a female, has been with somebody in their life, and there's been a male who's had many different people behind their backs, and they're sort of not wanting to see the truth, not wanting to believe the truth, not wanting to move out of this situation, not wanting to go forward in their life, and they're wanting to just stay in this safe area and just think, I can stay here and it's okay. Just make sure that you are okay. If you can put up with that, and that is okay for you, and that's how it feels okay for you to live, that's okay. But if there are children involved and there are arguments and fights, please think about situation that is more harmonic for both you and your children, because it's not a good environment for children to be around domestic violence or verbalization, or if you're with someone who's using drugs or alcohol as that's their crutch to lean on because they're not coping very well. But no one should be using any verbal abuse at you, nor should someone be treating you with disrespect. If you're with somebody in your life, you want to be with somebody that is right for you, like a balancing swing, like the scales, like law, like justice. You want to get things right. Nothing is perfect. No one is perfect. If we all wanted perfection, no one would really be with anybody, because no one is perfect. No one is perfect in this world. But it's getting with that right person for you. And if that person in your life who is with you is either married or your partner, whatever it is, if that person is not treating you well and it's happening around children, that is not good. You need to try and seek something that is safe for you and your children, and think about the future. And also, if you are in an environment and you feel you don't want to leave because it feels secure-ish and safe, and you want to be there and you want to keep trying and hope that that would change, very little times do people, if that's how they are, change unless they want to change. It's got to be a want and a need and a perspective and a point for them to change. Not because they just change. They need to change because they want to do it for them, not to keep you and then in a few months later start changing. It's about them looking after them and them deciding they want to change because they can see the causation of what is happening and what they are contributing to this relationship that you're in. But you're very blind, not wanting to see what's going on visually, but you're not blind, if you know what I'm saying. You know, you hear people talking, you see things, you're not silly, you know what's going on, but you act like to be in this moment, to keep the quiet. You're putting up with what you're putting up with, and there is a reason behind why you're putting up with it, that you know about, that is for you to do that. But just remember, make sure that you are in a safe place. If that's how you feel and you are able to continue living like that, that person, regardless of if they're the King of Sweden, if someone is treating you disrespectfully, if someone is having affairs behind their back, behind your back, is that really someone who loves you? Is that really someone who's showing the right respect and the right role model for their children of what to do and how to treat a wife and a family and treat people? It's not. Be strong and stand up for yourself and stand up for your rights as well, because you deserve a whole lot more than what you give yourself credit for. And you're a very strong person and very wise. Okay, so there is a situation out there, and this situation that we have is a situation where there's a male and female who have been doing wrong things. And the tower is about to explode. It's about to collapse. And these people, for what they have been doing, and they have been setting someone up, doing things wrong for a long time, it's about to explode. It's about to take off. These people are going to be found out something for once as being done correctly. And because of this and the secrecy, we have to have the secrecy behind finding out what's going on behind the dark traps without telling people, because you have to be so secretive about this. That's the only way you're going to catch these people who have been doing the wrong things. That's it. Just going to pull one last card. I know this was meant to be a short reading. I thought it would be, but it's not. I mean, I'm sorry for that. Okay. So we do have people around you. We do have friendship. We do have a relationship coming into effect. We do have also like a farewell, someone's farewell from some sort of business, a long time employee, long time person, a long time, some sort of long time thing. Someone has having some sort of farewell. It's not a passing over, it's a farewell, as in someone has been working or putting all their expertise into something for a long time, and finally someone's giving the reins over for someone to take responsibility for. They may still keep an eye on things, but they're giving responsibility, which is a big thing for them, because they're very much, they have to keep control of everything. And this person's starting to learn that this control is wiping them out mentally and is not going to be positive for them. So they're trying to give a role over to help somebody, and there's people who are starting to actually find a new love of life with this person who's starting to show a different behavior and a different strength within themselves. And there's a lot of admiration for this person as well, but this person's finally starting to see things and look at that themselves a little differently, to realize like, what's really going on? Is it all me? And starting to take a stand back and realize, if I change certain things, will this change certain things? And is taking a step back and starting to look at themselves. And that is a huge big thing to do, and it is a big role, and great success will come from this, and you'll find lots of admiration, lots of love, and lots of kingship, and there'll be lots of love and kindness. But when we stand outside the circle and start to look in and think, what am I doing? What is causing this? That's a huge big enlightenment, and you're doing a magnificent job. And remember, no matter who you are out there who's watching the readings, the tarot card readings, whoever we are that are doing them, remember, we are not perfect, we are not God, we're just giving you readings of what we feel, intuitively think and express from the cards that we get. Remember, life is not perfect, nor is life perfection, nor are people perfect, but do remember, look after yourself, protect yourself, and in your own thoughts of what you desire. I mean, if something's not working out, or like I said, if you see somebody and they're not interested or not wanting to talk to you, or what have you, you pretty much rest assured, not in all areas, but in most areas, pretty much rest assured that's not the person for you out there. So you're only hurting yourself by hoping and hoping, because if it was going to be, it would have been many, many years ago. And it wasn't, and it didn't, because that person wasn't for you. And who we are as a human adult compared to when we're a child or very early teenaging children, our brains are so very different, and what we want and like is so very different to what happens. And remember, even our people who have their very first relationship seem to get hooked on that first relationship. Not all, but some people. Things change, we change, and you will get through things. You've just got to have faith. But remember, there is that right person out there for you, but it's getting to that right person, and you will get there, but you've just got to have faith that you will get there and keep bettering yourself and looking after yourself. And remember, if you're fighting a health battle and you're going through things, just take one step each day, do one thing differently, do only what you can, and remember, only you can get through this. You have friends and family, but remember, it's so good to have support, but remember, keep fighting for you. And there's also someone out there who keeps going back to a partner, or who's like the baby daddy, or the baby daddy of the father of the child, and the person goes back to them and forgives the person because they've cheated and done things, and then forgives them again, and then forgives them again, and there's some other stuff going on behind the scenes. You can only forgive somebody so many times. That person, if they don't want to change, they're not going to change. They're still going to go and do that to the next person, unless they start to change. And it doesn't matter how much perfection they are looking for in the right person. They have to want to change for themselves, because I can say as truth, most people, not all, most people, they wouldn't want someone going around and being with other people and doing this and being with that person or that person. Most people don't want that. Most people, not all, most people want monogamy. Monogamous? Have I said that right? I don't know. I'm crap with my words. But most people do. And if you're in a relationship and there's someone who wants to play around, well, maybe they should go and join a religion, like become a Mormon or something, and then they can have whoever they want legally, so to speak. But don't be with someone and play around with other people, because if that's what you're doing behind the scenes, then really would you really like if that person was doing exactly the same thing to you behind your back? And remember, it's not what somebody financially has in this life, it's who the person is in their heart, how they treat others, how they respect you as a person, how they love not just their children, but how they respect you and treat you. That's huge. And if someone can't get their own respect and love you for you, and they can't look at themselves and see that it's them, but push it off as if it's always you, that's not your fault. And don't take that on, because that's not for you to take on. We all have to look at ourselves in life at some stage and realize when things are right, when things are wrong, but not every relationship is always going to be perfect for that right person either. So people can change, but they have to want to change, and want to change for themselves, not for somebody else. Always have hope in your heart, never give up, and remember, we all have barriers and doors that shut in our faces, but the strength is, like what Darwin says, you fight tooth and nail, and the people who survive are the people who are quick to change and will go forward with change and things that happen, and are more moldable to things that are happening around them and mold within their environment. So sometimes you can change, but you shouldn't have to change when you're being abused or verbally, physically, domestically, or socially. You should be treated with respect. And always remember, you are a lovely person. We don't know what anyone in this world is going through privately. We don't know. All you know is the person who is in front of you, wherever you are. You can be rest assured, you don't always know what that mask, that facade of people is hiding. Even people now who say they can see what someone's thinking or believing by the way they position themselves or think. I mean, I have autism, dyslexia, ADHD, Irlen syndrome, have it all going on. Chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia. People have to take all those things into account. And not only that, you don't know what someone's been through in their private life, in their situation that they have lived as a child. And you don't know what people have struggled with. And you don't know exactly 100% of what this person is who's in front of you is really going through. You can surmise, but you don't know. And they are the only person who knows. And if they can tell you, it's up to you to interpret interpretation of what they're saying. But always remember, trust until someone proves you wrong. And remember, you can make a difference in this world. Look after yourself and your body and be kind to yourself. And remember, in life, with young people, when you have like your first relationships for some people can be really hard to get over, but it's the beginning of learning what it is to have a personal relationship with someone. That's why some people get stuck on that area. But there will be that right person that comes into your life, but it's looking for that person that will fit you, and that's part of the fun. Don't get down and realize what you had or what you wanted didn't work out. Something more wonderful can come into your life that you didn't believe. My name's Electra, if you're a Sai Baba devotee. Sairam. Have a lovely day, have kindness in your heart, and be caring, and have a good day.